When your battery goes dead, everything can come to a stop. Don't take a chance on getting stranded. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and get your battery tested free of charge. If your battery does need to be replaced, O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find the exact Superstart battery that fits your car or truck at a guaranteed low price. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish the tea. And your dish darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. Time to dish tea with Big Meat. Time to dish tea with Big Meat. Time to dish tea with Big Meat. Time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Yeah, I'ma get it from the rip. Yeah, the boy charged up, do it for the kingdom like somebody called us. I'ma break it down like an old school bus. Some of y'all will sell out like in God we trust for the dollar bill. Till they fall out the sky like in Cloverfield. God's word, God's speed, never overkill. Good book has words that's been known to heal. Shut it down, throw the towel, man, it's over ill. Give me a shot, the kid got handles. What's a little flame to a room full of candles? What's the point of game if you ain't even a fan too? David rock Goliath just to show you how a man do. Big things come from big dreams. Some laugh when I told them I'ma switch lanes. Now looking back at them and they missing the point. Come with us, let's fix things. CC is the tag and it's cool Christians. Flight school taking off, grabbing who listening. Slight oof in the crowd when the music banging loud. Make us all champions like the boy Tristan. Being led by the king, get it. The enemy wanna steal all the bling, get it. But round here he don't run nothing, get it. The bars cut tightest, being charged up, right?
In these last days, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. You're thinking I's a joke, boy, look at my face. Then I for worry cause you can't buy courage. To be honest, the caffeinated artist only wants a Starbucks. You hear how we sound, now you're getting nervous. When we're not around, you can always call us. You want call us, want call us. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, I charge up, we say, you charge up, we say, charge up, we say like oh. Charge up, we say like oh. I feel like the man of the hour. Time ticking, hands up, that's power. Keep it on 100, no line, gon' devour in and out of season. I got plenty reason why I got a season. Woo! Devil try to murk us, cause we got purpose. Since the day he fell, wrap me up, what a serpent. But my God, he the optimist, prime leader of the Autobots. So we rolling out, yelling out squad all day. Rapping from the old, that's bass. I can't even front, man, I'm charged up. I've been waiting on the Lord like for real, bruh. What's it gotta take to make change? Penny for a thought, that's range. Looking to the heavens for the rain. Cause we all looking out for a king. Now risen, resurrected from the dead. Gave me life, one choice, never give up on his threat. Narrow path through the map, don't nobody give a crap. Even when all the blessings come falling on your lap. Chasing after wind, don't give you a win. If you ain't charged up, you'll be dead in your sin. If you lift God up, you'll be dead to your sin. Flat score taking off, then we bringing some spring. Yeah. In these last days, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. You're thinking I's a joke, boy, look at my face. Been the for worry cause you can't buy courage. To be honest, the caffeinated artist only wants a Starbucks. You hear how we sound, now you're getting nervous. When we're not around, you can always call us. You want call us, want call us. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, a charge up, we say, a charge up, we say, charge up, we say like oh. Charge up, we say, charge up, we say, charge up, we say like oh. Kick it, yes I can I, the misfit, with a mutual plan. The type of drive don't reverse for a neutral fan. Foot clutch when you ain't got gas, pump your brakes, boy. Jump up and make noise, faith creates joy. These saints go marching, I'm done with talking. I'll raise the bar up, cause God forbid I raise my voice. You might actually enjoy making us your choice. Here's your outfit, how you charge up, plugging in a dead outlet. You say you hear the truth, that depends where your house is. All your power lines give a faulty connection. I get you, some don't want more, they just want more favors. Cops at my door said I wake up neighbors. Songs gotta get written though, so if you sit and smoke, you doing the wrong thing. Go on, let your heart sing. Apparently, I'll raise offspring to place themselves in the bucket as an offering. What 1% of the world is not wanting is watch community ring with community. This been new to me, never treating opportunities like I know enough to not learn newer things. We sail the 7 seas, 8 wonders of the world, but 9 times out of 10 we're not who we think. Good math for you.
And hello out there in Blog Talk Radio land here in the glorious United States of America and all across the globe. Hello out there to Venezuela and Taiwan and to
Egypt and to Russia and to the Ivory Coast and to Senegal and to all of you who are within the sound of my voice, honey. It's another glorious day. My tea sippers, honey, I know you know what time it is, my darlings, because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech. Yes, my darlings, hello, hello, hello. I know I'm sounding horrible, darlings, but there's a good explanation for it, honey. You know, since last we talked, child, I told y'all we had Indigenous House at the park, child. The original House Music Pride Party. That's what I call it, a House Music Pride. And y'all know yours truly was out here in Atlanta at Piedmont Park. Darling, I screamed out everything. Oh, we danced, we shook, we grooved, we moved, baby. And we did all of those things. And, you know, y'all know I'm a baritone bass, right? And I'm sitting up here trying to sing these damn songs as if I'm a first soprano. And that's why I hardly have a voice right now. But we're still going to move and groove and keep things getting through all of this, okay? So if you're listening by computer and want to come in on the conversation, darling, the phone number to call is 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-91. Press the number 1 to hit it one time, darling, just one time. And then let me know that you're in the queue, and I will bring you in at the appropriate time. Now, hold on. You know what, lately I keep forgetting to do this, but my damn computer seems to be running so slow. But in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam, there we go. The tea room is now open, so for those of you who wish to come into the chat room over there, darling, just come on over there, and you can dish with us right there in the chat room. Now, let me say this. Honey, come over here and dish your tea in here responsibly, please, okay? Now, y'all know this is just the written word. We do not hear everyone talking and things of that nature, so you don't know how they talk. You don't know how they put their little slur on their little words and all that kind of bullshit. So because of that, dears, sometimes you may think somebody's trying to come out of a bag on you because of how you read something. And that may not necessarily be the case, all right? So listen, it is the written word. Just come on in here and dish your tea responsibly. Always remember, it is okay to disagree. Just don't be disagreeable, okay? Because if I come in and I find that you're cutting up, babies, I'm going to simply cut you out. Okay, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just that simple. Yeah. I will do it, okay? But in order to interact, you have to create a page. So just go to blogtalk.com, come on in there, set yourself up with a page, and you'll be able to be interactive. If not, what you will see is you'll see names and you say guest and then a number. And you'll be able to watch and see what's going on, but you won't be able to interact. So that there is very important, okay? Now, let me go here. Wait a minute. I will. Wait a minute. Hold on. As I'm trying to get my little vocal cords together, let me just play it.
Dishing Tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not suitable for children or anyone who is not mature or responsible enough to handle the subject matters. So your listening discretion is advised.
Okay, you know, I'm going to do that one more time.
Dishing Tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not suitable for children or anyone who is not mature or responsible enough to handle the subject matters. So your listening discretion is advised.
All right, now y'all heard that, right? Now, for those of you who are new to Dishing Tea, darling, you will find out very quickly. Potty mouth, I make no excuses for it, honey, you understand? At this particular stage of the game, I am recently 48 years young, and I've earned the right to every 3 or 4 or 5 or 17 or 52 or 197 syllable and or letter word that comes out of my mouth, honey. Now, I don't know what bag I'm coming out of, but, honey, just be heads up and just be advised, honey, that I am coming out of somewhere. You understand? So, please, if you're at work or somewhere where there's a business atmosphere and this may not be appropriate, please turn your volumes down to something that's conducive for your space, or better yet, put your headphones on, baby. Okay? If you are in a space where there's children, take the children, put them in the other room, honey, with the other flat screen. Let them watch Dora or SpongeBob or Snuffleupagus and Big Bird, child, or Bert and Ernie, honey. Let them watch the Teletubbies, somebody, child. Kate and Allie, Laverne and Shirley, even, child. Mork and Mindy, who gives a damn, child? Put the kids over there. Do you see what I'm saying? Because now is the time for the grown and sexy to become the seasoned and sophisticated. Yeah, I said it. All right? Because I'm not going to entertain any of you bitches coming to me wherever I am, at the Walgreens, the Walmart, the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General, honey, the Saks Fifth Avenue, the Marnas, at the airport. I don't care. Wherever I am, I will not entertain any of you bitches coming to me saying that you got demerits, you got rolled up, you got talked about, you got whatever because of something that I said. We all grown. Govern yourselves accordingly, please. Okay? Please do. Now, with that, please consider yourselves warned. Okay? So now that there is that. Now, what I'm going to do right here, as you can hear, you know, these opening comments and things had to take a lot out of me. And when the girl is sitting up here trying to struggle with vocal cords, I've got to go replenish. So let me go grab. I got a fresh batch of throat coat tea that I got to sit down here and I'll be sipping on that all show long. So let me do that. Let my sponsor say a couple of things. And when we come back, darling, I titled today's show, If You Pull, I Will Push. Today we're going to get into the whole world, gospel hip-hop, and what it means and all of that, okay? My artist coming on, honey, he has a new single out called Push, and baby, we're going to get right on off into that. So before I introduce him, I'm going to tease you. Let me let my sponsors come up here and say a few words, and when we come back, we're going to get all off into this. Okay, so now let me do this, and I will be right back.
The internet sensation is now in print. Get your copy of the book that will not only change your life, but change your thinking as well. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey is a compelling collection of blogs that have been the pinnacle of spiritual development and discernment for its author, internet talk show host Big Meech. Not only does this body of work offer the insight from his life experiences, it provides the reader an amazing opportunity to go on a journey that will awaken insight into their own higher power while encouraging personal growth and spiritual development. With chapters such as, I cannot give you life, nor can I live it for you. Truth is a bad bitch. It's time for a career change. I am not your God. And in what love do you operate? You will be captivated and compelled to take the life lessons the book has to offer and apply them to your life. To get your copy today of Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, go to www.dishingtea.com, or you can find it on the web at www.amazon.com, or if you prefer an ebook, find it at www.smashwords.com. Awakenings, epiphanies along a spiritual journey. Are you ready? Are you ready for the journey?
Dishing Tea Entertainment, deliciously exposing your palate to a cornucopia of rainbow-colored dreams and a black and white reality, while cultivating the masses through a delicate blend of stage, screen, television, radio, print, and social media initiatives. For more information about Dishing Tea Entertainment, call Big Meech at 404-914-5610 or visit www.dishingtea.com.
Trigg Laboratories manufactures premium sexual wellness and consumer healthcare products and is the parent company of Wet International Incorporated, one of the world's best-selling lines of personal lubricants and intimacy products. We carry a large variety of personal and flavored lubricants, flavored heating massage lotions, and aromatherapy heating massage oils. Whether you need a little or a lot, Wet has you covered. Our line of high-quality, innovative, and unique products are formulated using only the finest ingredients at our FDA-approved facility, meeting the strictest manufacturing standards. Wet is available worldwide at specialty stores and online retailers and at pharmacies nationwide. For more information or to find a retailer near you, log on to www.stayswetlonger.com. Trigg Laboratories. We create fun, quality, trusted products to innovate your intimacy.
we are back. If you are just tuning in and want to get a hold of what's going on and want to get your voice heard, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. All right. Okay, tea sippers. I want to serve up some Gospel Infused Tea for you to dunk your tea biscuits and your crumpets in, babies. See, life has a unique way of grasping our attention collectively and independently. Now, we all know what it means to be on hard times or in some not-so-good feelings. And, well, my guest today has a message in his music that will inspire you to aspire to your greatness. If you practice until lessons are learned, pull, P.U.L.L. I will pray until something happens, push, P.U.S.H. Gospel Hip Hop Sensation TITUS is here and will be dishing his tea on how his personal message has encouraged him to continue along with his path to greatness and how it has strengthened his faith in who he called his higher power. Okay, then we're going to get into a little up close and personal with him, y'all. So I want you to make sure that you have all of your crumpets together. Get a nice big old cup, baby, because we finna pour some wonderful, wonderful tea out of this big old hot pot. Get all your good girlfriends to carry our babies because now is the time. So without any further ado, let's welcome for his first appearance here. This is Titus. Hello there, Titus. What's up with you, bruh?
What's going on, big? Oh, everything good. I know the real meat's now,
baby.
man. Yeah, I like your energy, man. I appreciate the invitation. You got one of them movie narrative voices, so it's all good. I'm from Hollywood right now.
Okay. We received that because that's exactly what I would love to do that one day. You know, on the cold, dark day.
Get it cracking, man.
Oh, good evening. All right. Now, let's make this happen because I just know within my spirit that you have just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful story because in my research of you, I see that there is a resurgence and there is a newness that has embarked upon you and your music and this and the other. So I'm not going to tell the story. I want you to tell it, but we're going to do it in pieces. So first, let's start here, and let's introduce the world to who you are. Tell us, who is Titus and what makes Titus tick?
Yeah, there's so much to it, but just to keep it simple, man, I'm a Florida boy, born and raised, kind of got out and seen the world after my street days and chronicles. You know, that streets kind of raised me, and life and the hard knocks kind of tamed me and showed me what balance and what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, got out of college, played a little ball, avoided the streets a little bit, and migrated here in Orlando. So outside of anything, man, if you've been to Florida, you already know we had the best of times. I'm from the hood, so you already know what those calluses create. And then I'm a family man now, so you know I'm kind of like an octopus. I got my hands in everything right now. Truly blessed. You know, I've been fortunate to make it this far and meet good folks like yourself. So you know, the good, bad, the ugly, and you know, I was born into music. My pops is a writer. You know, he did some stuff with Stevie Wonder and Family, Sly and the Family Stone, Randy Crawford. You know, and that's what really piqued my interest. Kind of kept me grounded with the creative part of it, and you know, I've been making music ever since. You know, I dipped and dabbed in the secular world for a good while. Had a lot of fun, seen a lot of good and bad things, and you know, made some transitions, and that's why we're here today. So.
All right. Okay, now that's keeping it cute and in a nutshell. All right. So now let's get into the whole idea of being young and being influenced. As you said, your father was in the business as a writer, and you know, his particular catalog it seems to be extensive. So now let's talk about those early development days. What was that for you? You know, a lot of us don't know dad like that. You know, a lot of us, there's many of us that come from a single-parent household. Either father wasn't there or father was a single parent. And so in trying to get his hustle together and making ends meet, you know, that everybody's story may not be the same. So in his hustle and in his days of being with the industry, how did that help form and shape you, and what were some of the lessons you learned?
It gave me insight, and sometimes, you know, it's almost like Steph Curry. A lot of people don't know his pops played basketball, so when you look at an advanced player like Steph Curry, but then you dig deeper to see that he was on the court with his pops, and a lot of people from Michael Jordan on just kind of helped molded this kid's bloodstream. You know, when you look at him today, you see a different player. So growing up, you know, we never really had too much. Lived in a one-bedroom. My dad had a piano. I don't know where he got it from, but, you know, I just remember as a child sitting on that piano while he wrote songs and had the little ticker, you know, that kind of kept you good with the rhythms and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember those days, and then I remember going to the White Mansion party, you know, seeing everybody, you know, big and small there, from athletes to musicians, executives. And you know, you see a lot. As a child, you didn't really know what that white stuff was they was playing around with, and you knew whatever was in that cup you weren't allowed to have. And you know, you see a lot of women, and you see a lot of fancy things. So, you know, all in all, I think what I got from it was that feel good feeling from that ticker on the piano to the melodic grooves of the bands. You know, to seeing the studio sessions. That good feeling is what really, you know, sparked my interest in music, and now, you know, if you know me, you see my kids in the studio, and I hope they take whatever they want to take from it, like I did, because, you know, when I needed it most, that was my outlet. Some people don't have those outlets. They resort to drugs, or they resort to violence, or they resort to whoever come by me first gonna get hit, you know, and so music was that out for me, you know.
Okay, now let's get real now. Let's get real, because I like, oh, that feel right there. That's a good groove right there. That's a good groove. That's all in my shoulders. Damn. Okay, that's in my shoulders. Let's go here, because I'm going to do this early. Usually I like to take this question and I answer that later on. And I always ask this of an artist, because in this business, I'm an actor, I'm a singer, you know, and I'm directing, I'm doing, you know, that whole multi-talented octopus thing that you were saying earlier. In this business, though, and having seen it firsthand, the whole idea of sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know, what seems to be the moniker that this particular business loved to subscribe to, you know, what was it that either kept you grounded or that you learned during your transitioning period that molds you today? Because I'm hearing a lot, and you answered it how you want to answer it. What was it that either kept you together, or what was it that you learned most during your transition period that holds you together today?
That's a great question. I would say survival. You know, I learned how to survive, and when I tell people this, I don't think they fully understand it. And whoever has done it in their life, I'm sure they can say, you know what, I too can understand what he's saying. But I remember being 5 years old. You know, some people don't have that memory. I remember being 5 years old. I remember seeing a whole bunch of sex. You know, my father was a pimp, so I seen it. I heard it. I slept in the bed while I was moving. I seen the dollars exchange. I seen the black eyes around these women's face when they didn't have the dollars that they were supposed to deliver. I've seen my father abused. You know, I've seen the pistol whipping. So what that teaches you early, you know, of course I'm curious. I want to know what these things are on the women that I keep seeing, and I want to know what those noises are, and I want to know what that white stuff is that people are fighting over. And so what it taught me early is how to survive. And when you grow up with such hardships, you know, it's almost like back in the day, frontier days, when they used to kick the kids out at, you know, 10 years old and say, okay, when you come back through these woods, you're going to be a man. A lot of kids probably didn't come back. But the ones that did,
exactly,
you know, they seen it and they understand survival because your ribs touch close enough where you know you have to do what you have to do to survive. So growing up, you know, I've always kept my third eye open. You know, I'm very cautious. If you know me, I do not play. If you're close to me and somebody threaten that, now you threaten me, and it's just, you know, that survival is in different layers. So, you know, if I can take one thing out of that, I think that's what it showed me. Because imagine a child who kept their innocence early. You know, they might be a little naive or might not understand or whatever the case is, but, you know, they pushed me in the pool early, and I learned how to be an Olympic swimmer, you know.
Ooh, you smooth, brother. Motherfucker, you smooth. I love it. Wow, I love this. You just said that for me. Survival is in layers. Damn, that's a Facebook quote. I'm in Facebook jail.
Put it down.
So I
just
can't
push
put it up there.
Yeah, put it down. Just put hashtag Titus, my dude.
Okay, right. Dig that. Get out. Survival is in layers. God, that's beautiful. Woo! Okay, wait a minute. That okay. That done just woke this up right here. Now let's go here, because I'm trying not to get very salacious because it's real easy to do, you know. Because like I say, in this particular business, I think that's just what it is. You know, okay, let me ask this question, because I know I struggle with this one. Because this is the business of show. It is more business than it is show, although everybody want to think because I'm showing so much, child, that's the thing. What are some of the key lessons of survival that you learned in dealing with this as someone who, been at the piano, a writer, or this or that, coming up along the way? What were some of those crucial lessons of survival that you learned in music? Not anything else. We ain't got to go around everything else. Just in learning how to stick with the craft. Because I've been in studios, child, and to be quite honest, I don't understand how shit gets done, because everybody's so busy getting high and carrying on until I had somebody say this to me that Ann Nesby said this when she was on the show. She said, "You don't know what these people's superstitions are. Because they may have been in the zone and made a hit record, honey, they think that's the key, so they try to mimic what that was to create the space to do it again." I said, girl, I ain't never thought about it like that. So what are some of those key things for you when you're working and in creating that creative spirit, and staying in that creative space?
Yeah, it goes back to balance. I'll give you a story, how I met my homie Blanco. Blanco is the guy who sings on Push, the voice you hear on the chorus.
We're gonna play that in a minute, because that fucker thinks his face in. You hear me? Yeah, we're talking about that in a minute. Yeah, baby.
But check this. We're in the studio. It's in my man's house. A lot of people have home studios, so it's the place to be. Very creative spot. And, he came up to the studio with the guy who basically put us together. It's a third party, and it's a room full of MCs and rappers, and you hear the beats going. You got some aroma in the air, and people doing whatever they do to get right. And
not the aroma in the air. I told you some smooth cat, brother. Go ahead. I love it.
Yeah. So everything going, and you see everybody got a pencil and pad, and everybody kind of mumbling their verses and their words, and then when it's time to record, a song is only so long, so, myself and two other people went on, spit our verses, and the song is done. Now, the guy who brought Blanco up to the studio is kind of saying, whoa, when do I go on? Right? And it's like, yo, you're not on this song. We're gonna work on something else. We got all night. And then he started feeling a certain kind of way to say, yo, y'all trying to cut me out? Y'all trying to play me? Nah, I'm just saying, this is a dedicated project. It's going over here to my man Mixtape, and then we'll get to something new. And, once people start getting influenced, they don't know how to control the character. And then instincts told me to just put my back to the wall, right? And so you see me, my back to the wall. everybody kind of start tuning in now. No matter how gone they are, you start seeing the focus being a little different. The music stopped, people raising their voices, and I'm trying to be cool because I'm looking at Blanco, right? I'm trying to make a first impression, and I need him to work. And he got his back to the wall. So automatically I'm like, you know what? That's a little bit of commonality right there. My man know when stuff about to go down, to just be easy, be cool, be quiet, and just hopefully that's going to be his survival. And then, the guy who he was with just kept kind of walking up and kind of getting a little sassy. And I'm just like, yo, calm down. Everything good. But my man, right, my man's the instigator. He kind of baiting it up like, yo, so what happened? Tell me who doing what, right? And long story short, we're in a room full of guns. You know what I'm saying? And you got a couple strangers in a room full of guns in an environment that could get really ugly. And all, I'm telling you, Blanco almost saved this guy, man, because if he would have pulled out, everybody else would have pulled out, and then it would have been a messy situation. But just learning survival, I can either put gasoline on the fire, I can let that fire burn out and say, you know what, it is what it is. I can apply my ego. He might have caught me on a bad day, and I would have just, put the hammer on everything early. But, timing is everything, man. I'm a true believer in just being more cautious and observant, and I just think he kept me out of a lot of trouble and put me in a lot of good situations or better situations. And all in all, we cut him out. Me and Blanco still here years later. He's one of my partners on the label. He's my right hand in everything we do. And when you meet him, you understand. We had these conversations, and if somebody get a little weird, you start seeing the antennas go up. So, I just feel good, man, about
are tingling, honey.
Yeah, man, and if you got people in your life who ain't supposed to be there, I think that's what people make the first mistake is they hold on to a lot of dead weight and then try to float, and you can't do that,
Dig that. Then you mentioned a word that I just want to capitalize on right here. And it's a 3-letter word, honey, that has so much power, and that's ego.
Right.
How? But what? Give it to me. Yeah, come on, give it to me. Break it down.
You want to know how I deal with ego?
Give it to me. Come on, because you said but, and I said give it to me. Give it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have tolerance, man. I'll be honest. If I could shut it down early, I'll shut it down early. And I try not to be that way. I try to be a different influencer. I try to be, the good guy in a sense. But at the same time, man, I don't have patience for it because, that 3-letter word is what poisons so many formulas that could either be good, bad. It could be a great business deal. It could be someone getting promoted. It could be someone who's in love, but they're trying to show out for their friends. It could be that bad cop. But ego is a poisonous creature, and again, I can't speak for everybody. I could just tell you, you can expect my absolute best, even if it's my worst. I'm gonna be good at being bad, but try to find that self-control. It's one of the fruits of the spirit. Self-control, and if you don't have that, the ego will become a monster. And normally monsters conquer good and bad. They don't discriminate. So.
And then we have it. Okay, now let's stay on this train right here, because coming into the business, you are known as Rockwell, that I'm finding out. Now, who was that particular person, and what was his claim to fame, or what was his shtick in it before the transition?
Yeah, Rockwell was the truth. I speak as if it's a third person, but I had a lot of fun, man. I created the best of me. I'm from the South. A lot of my friends in development came from East Coast development. As I travel up to New York and Jersey and Philly, I learned a lot from some of the hottest spitters, Def Jam writers. I have a few of my colleagues who got signed and who's doing the independent thing, and they told me in so many words, the way y'all cats rap and flow down in Florida, y'all got that bubblegum rap, that bass, booty music, you know, and so me coming up, I came up on East Coast music from Jay-Z, you know, Nas, Eminem, Outkast. You know, I had a little bit of everything, and so what I wanted to do in my position was give somebody something that was so valuable. I wanted people to hit rewind on my music. I wanted them to be like, yo, did you hear what he said? You know, I want you to hear the witty, the flows, the punchlines, and so I just basically brought everything to the table. And it's always interesting when people ask the question, you know, you don't sound like you from Florida. So I asked them, what does Florida sound like? Oh, you know, dreads and gold teeth. And nah, bro, you got dreads and gold teeth in London, in Canada. You know, what does Florida sound like? And they're comparing me or Florida to people that they barely know. You know, and Florida is more than just Luke. Florida's more than Trick Daddy and Trick. Rick Ross, you know, is more than Kaya and a whole lot of people. So when you get into it, man, like, you know, I just really try to be fun. I try to bring the essence of music. I try to bring that new wave. I've been on stage with everybody from Lil Wayne to Busta Rhymes, Gotti, 2 Chainz. You know, we went on a small tour leg with French Montana and a few other people, and it just showed me, man, for me to be here on this platform with some of the greatest that's doing it, I obviously did something good enough to be here, you know?
Dig it.
Yep. Well,
dig that. Okay. So, you know what? Hold on before I do that, because, see, I got to play this song from the Rockwell days so that folks can understand what I'm talking about. Because this will kind of struck me. Come here. Yeah, hold on.
I say because I'm curious to see what you found. It's like I can see you going through my crates and being like, yo, I dig this. I need this in my life. Give me more. You know what I'm saying? And that's awesome.
Okay. Well, hold on, because let me get this to y'all like this.
What up, yo? Got that crack? Born as a hustler, Papa was a rolling stone, settled down in his home with kids of his very own. We had the same first name, but he carried on, forgot about his firstborn. 4 wives married on, left me to fight all night in this gunfight. Struggled all my life to look back, wasn't done right. So when they come to my princess, my baby girl, gotta teach her to shine bright in the city world. Gotta provide her with things that I never had. Dedicate my life more than I had. A better dad I be. In and out these streets just to pay bills. In somebody's studio, ripping gotta stay ill. They say home is what heart's with you. Every time I'm not with me, your daddy. I'm on the live and I carry on. No matter where I go or gone, no daddy got.
Come on now, shit.
Got you getting so big. I wanna teach you life, share with you all my knowledge, send you off to college. Love, hope it treats you right. I wanna know your feelings, show you wrong from right. Maybe I pass the torch, maybe pick up a mic. Yeah, me and your mama, okay, we often fight. Sometimes it's stupid shit, sometimes it's what is right. But see us both, we love you, and our bond is tight. Some of the darkest nights end with the brightest light. I try to be the best daddy that a dad can be, so your life won't be a catastrophe. There's a lot you haven't seen in the sad to see. Chase dreams and stay away from the bad police. You're growing up so quick and I'm glad to see. You got the personality that I have in me. I bust my ass so I can give you the world. No one can separate us. Your daddy's little girl. Daddy. Don't cry, dry your eyes. Your
Yeah, there we go. What we say? Daddy's home, baby.
That's the cut right there.
Yeah, that is the cut. Okay, that's the cut right there. Okay, when I heard this, I said, oh, my goodness. Okay. Now, it were two things that hit me. I'm 48 years young, praise the Lord. Okay. And so, as the firstborn of four, having to help my mother raise my siblings because my father was not there, okay? And when he and my mother divorced, he wasn't there even more. Okay. Right. Because his responsibilities became mine, okay? As far as his children were concerned. And so for a long period of time, I had a bitter chip. You know, in fact, we didn't call it a chip. That was a damn steak, you know, that was in my back and carried on because it did go through my heart. It pierced it a little bit, but it did go through because I'm still here. It didn't kill me. But for the longest time, you know, I never understood his side of the story, you know, because as a child, you know, all I know is my daddy. I knew what it was when he and mama fought and fight because he was, you know, he was alcoholic and carried on. And when he got drunk, they would, when I say fight, I mean fight, okay? And so the kind of man that he was, I vowed I did not want to be, you know, because his representation was not that. So when I heard this song, it kind of gave me, it's all these emotions that came up. I was a little jealous. I was like, damn, you know, the kid in me still wants to have that kind of daddy, you know. But at the same time, the jealousy in me was like, shit, you know, I wish that all black men were like that. And I say black men. I know I'm sticking to the black community right now. For my children out there listening, this is not a slam against you, and it's not a slam saying that y'all don't deal with single father issues and carrying on or baby mama drama. I'm still sticking with the black community right now because that's what seems to be in the news the most, and it is a part of my community, and I'm only talking about what I know. So don't send me no letters and talk about I'm being this and that, okay? So they're going to shut that down. That was my disclaimer. But nonetheless, in dealing with that, you know, I'm like, damn, I wish all black men had that fortitude to come forth like that. For young black brothers now to sit down there and say, this is the kind of father that I want to be. I know I came from this, but I'm the daddy now, so I need to set the example for mine because mine didn't set one for me. So I heard that in the song. Then it became the whole paying homage to fathers kind of thing. You know, it was like, all right, the whole father-daughter relationship, because we have so many girls who are lost and they run into the wrong kind of man because basically the kind of father that you are to your daughter, that's the kind of man she going to find out in the streets, whether you there or not. So your presence is felt. Because if you wasn't there, the type of dude she going to run into is going to be one of those crazy-ass fools that's going to go dipping in and out of her life, okay, want to sit down there, sex her down, and then want to dip. You know, that's that hustle player mentality kind of thing. So it's a lot with this song that fit me. And then, oh, boy, who is the child with the tag? Okay, the little hook, the little with the dreads in the video. I'm like, okay, this, and then he go deep down, daddies. I said, you better sing this damn song, boy. Okay.
I remember when I wanted to do this song. I remember the old school song, "Daddy's Home," you know, and so his name is Swanberger. He's a really dope independent artist here in Orlando. He's from Chicago, but he's really creative. Where he'll make a song kind of like Bobby McFerrin. And all the noises and breaths and you know and so he produced the track, he did the chorus for me, and I just really wanted to have fun because like you said, you know, I told you the good part of my story with my pops. You know, he named me Titus, so I got his name. But, more than half my life, he wasn't there for me. And he's still not there for me. And still giving me excuses and still kind of letting me down. And it does make you bitter. And one thing I learned is not to really hold that grudge towards him. But I also learned to just step back in the neutral zone, because me being an emotional person, I hold people accountable for what they do and don't do. So I tell them, if you're alive and you got myself and these other kids in life, and you feel like you haven't done nothing up to now, why don't you leave us with at least one chapter to read in a good voice, in a happy voice, to say, you know what, he wasn't there, he was a ghost, he was a drunk, he was selfish, etc. But the next season of his life, I mean, he gave us some good years, you know what I mean? And that's one of the things I fear. I won't be able to tell that story. I won't be able to, when my kids ask who Grandpa is, they don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
Exactly.
So, in that story, I just want to let my daughter know, no matter what I do, or my kids now, no matter what I do, where I go, who I'm around, I'm gonna do everything, going back to survival, to get home. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell my daughter, home is here, and I point to her heart, because God forbid I don't make it, and in the future, at least I want her to have something in her heart that she can tell a happy story about. So.
Exactly. Wow.
But I'm glad you feel that. And if you look at how the enemy worked, right? Everybody know my daughter. She was there from day one, always by my side. I had to learn how to French braid and, learn how to coordinate. And, you got to do the little patient things that girls require of you as a father. And ironically, it taught me so much about the woman, because I got to watch a woman grow from a seed up. And it teaches me the psychological, at least some parts of it, and so you start to look at women differently. I can see a woman as a woman, but if you ask a father or a man who raised a child, a female child, they can tell you more about a woman going in different dimensions than just a man who meets a woman who never raised a little girl to a woman.
Exactly.
So it's like, it showed me how crazy they can get, and how sporadic, and how, lily pad, they jump lily pad, but there's a method to that madness, and it just, whoever's in your life, whether it's your mom or your aunt, sister, or your significant other, it just makes you love them more, because I understand a little bit more than I wouldn't have if I wasn't in this position. But if you look at how the enemy worked, man, I haven't seen my daughter in 2 years. And her mom knows how close we are. She knows the bond.
Right.
And she's done everything she can to just take her away, take her out the state, cease communication. And, I feel like, I hope that my daughter doesn't grow up with a broken heart, feeling like I disowned her, and I didn't. I just can't find you.
Right.
I can't connect with you. I can't see you like we used to just be there. But I hope one day she show up to my door and be like, hey, I'm back. I survived this madness. And we can just pick up from there. So I just want to encourage anybody, man, don't think it's ever too late. Don't think anything is unmendable and can't be fixed, and it's all on people. People come around in time, and if you have faith and a good heart and a strong mind, you'll find a formula for that success, whatever it is. So.
Okay. And let me go here, because you touched on something very sensitive. In this, and I'm going to share this, because this is how I had to learn how to accept my father for the man he is. Prior to moving here to Atlanta, I'm from Detroit, so I was working at this second chance high school, what they like to call adult education classes, but anytime a 16-year-old is an adult, y'all let me know. Okay, but for whatever. However, I'm working here. I was a security supervisor, and it wasn't until I was working there that I was able to see my dad in a different light. Because here I was, old enough to be everybody in their father. Everything coming up in there 16 to 21. Okay, at that time I was 36, 37. So I'm like, okay, interesting. So I'm watching these little 16, 17-year-olds who you're here now because you in the streets, and it's either you go to jail or go to school, scenario. So you here, you trying to sit down there and keep your street cred together. You're trying to keep your hustle on and carrying on and blah, blah, blah. And the only thing that gives you identity as a man is the fact that the number of bitches that you claim you got and the amount of kids that you got, because you were able to produce children. And at that particular stage of life, that's all they knew about what being a man was. And when I looked at that, I don't know how Spirit came in and calmed me, but that was a revelation for me. Because my dad, technically he's 17 years older than me, okay? However, his birthday is in November, okay? November 26th. I'm born March 4th. So he was a freshly turned 16 when I was born, going on 17. Okay. My mom is 3 years older, okay? So she's 19 going on 20. He's 16 going on 17 with his first child. And then 3 years later, they had another baby. And then 4 years after that, they had a set of twins. Okay. So we talking a 24-year-old boy in his head still trying to understand life with 4 kids. Okay.
That's hard.
And so it wasn't until I got that and I was able to start to see him, and not for the daddy that I wanted him to be, but then as an adult, I started to see him for the man that he is. And I saw the mistakes he made and this, that, and the other, and how to grapple and carrying on with life. So with that particular song there, I tell you, listening to that, I went through a whole wave of emotions with that. So that there is okay. You see how long we on the song, right? And but that is how the impact that this particular song has, and that there is up under the Rockwell moniker. So now let's go into transition, because who and how and why did you transition from Rockwell to Titus, and the information in the music changed? Not so much as the message, because I think the message is still intact, but the information and the source of the information. How and why did it change?
Yeah, I told somebody a story one time, and I believe it. I think, not to sound crazy, but I think there's extraterrestrials here on this planet, and we've all met them.
You know what? I'm right there with you.
I'm talking about. Yeah, I ain't talking about crackheads. Crackheads be in a whole different dimension of thinking. Forget the influence of the drugs and stuff they put in their body, but extraterrestrials do exist. And, please don't have them folks come knock on my door, because I'm going to tell them you edited my voice. I didn't say that. But I also believe angels are here on this earth. And I've seen just a few in my time. But it's weird, because when you need it the most, right, and it's not something you can truly pray about, it's not something you can plan. When you need it the most, that person, regardless of the gender or age, that person will come in your life. They'll plant a seed. It might steer you out of some trouble or put you where you need to be, and then they'll disappear. You never see them again. But I had a really big show. I was kind of pre-selling tickets and hustling the mixtape and stuff, and this person out of nowhere came out the blue, and she said, "You need to be rapping for Jesus." And so I asked her, I said, "I don't need to rap for Jesus. I rap how I rap. I got my relationship with Jesus." And she didn't say another word. And she just kind of walked away. And it always, I always kind of chuckled at it, like, you telling me what I should be doing. I'm good, And some years later, when we was on the tour with French Montana, you just seen a lot of darkness, a lot of evil, a lot of hatred, and you would think somebody being in that position, they should be celebrating life, celebrating love, celebrating advancements, and things of that nature. And it's just like, man, this man can't even go to it. He can't go anywhere without somebody tossing heat, hate. They shot up his tour bus. You know, an innocent life was taken. Somebody always trying to poison your drink, lace your ingredients that you know you take care of yourself, and it's just there's no good around him. We look at it like, yo, I wish I had his money and things of that nature, but you don't see the evil that's wrapped around him. He got this weird cloud, and that's not just him. It's certain details of what's in the music business. It's all a distraction, and some people, very few people, get to wave their hands and clear that smoke and see that it's all an illusion. So the more they can distract you and have you running outside your comfort zone and things of that nature, the more they can take from you. But the people who actually have a clear mind and the few that actually were able to eat the fruit, you know, it's like, man, if you talk to them, you'll see it and you'll hear it, the truth. But if you talk to anybody else, you can grab the hottest rapper right now, the hottest R&B singer, and say, yo, what are you getting off of what you're making right now? They will tell you, I don't know. Well, who's getting it? I don't know. Well, how are you getting it? I don't know. Exactly. And it's a shame. And it's a shame. And a huge majority of those folks are urban people, Latin, blacks, very talented, hybrid, mixed breeds, whatever it is. You know, they do not know. So to go back to it, you know, after that tour, we came back from Mississippi, and I told my wife, I was like, yo, I think I want to change lanes. And she asked me why, and I just told her straight up, I feel like I can be doing so much more. I'm empty. You know, it's a sad empty. You know, I'm around everything, I have everything, but I feel like I have nothing at the same time. I see these kids struggle. I see little girls need a leader. I see little boys need a big brother. And I'm just like, man, if I'm talented to create any song I want to, I can go create a song right now called Big Meats. I create you an anthem, and that'll make people feel a certain way. Why can't I do it in a different fashion, a different light, and lead people or make them feel good the way music should be doing? I don't want to kill people. I want to give them life. But how can I do that in my own way? And so I thought it was a little corny. You know, I didn't want to just change clothes and all of a sudden become a preacher, because I'm not a preacher. I respect the art and the culture, just like I hate when DJs become artists and producers become DJs. Like, focus on your craft and your niche and be great at what you do. And when your time is there, right, you're going to get everything you're supposed to get and more. So I was introduced to Lecrae. You know, my wife gave me one of his CDs, and I popped it in, and I tried to follow it. You know, the old 116 is just too much for me. You know, I can't follow it. But when I heard Anomaly was like, yo, this is it. I can be myself. I know some people aren't going to agree with everything I say or how I say it, but I can be myself. I can do everything I want to do, put on the table, and whoever wants to follow me, I'll welcome as a fan, and whoever don't, I'll just say, God bless you, right? Just leaving my ego out the picture. And I started following people like Andy Mineo. I started following people like Bizzle, the Seven. And these cats are really talented, converted individuals who are not just giving back, but doing more. And that kind of gave me confirmation, like I can do this. And I haven't looked back since, you know.
Well, dig that. Now, you know, now let me go here, because I want to tie this into you learning. You said something very brilliant about, you know, a man can learn the intricacies of a woman when he you know, has raised her from seed to up. And I love that. And then now tying this into the whole changeover into now, not necessarily, you know, want to step on preacher's toes or whatever, but I have a message, and the whole idea is to bring life into music. How is it that in specifically those two areas where you're talking about raising kids and then understanding your spiritual side of things, how is it that you were able to maintain your masculinity and keep it intact without it having question? See, as a gay man, I've always been questioned. Anything that we end up doing becomes quote unquote suspect, or you got tendencies or whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. But someone from, like with you, how is it that, or was it? Let me not assume that you didn't have to contend with that. You know, what was that for you in order to maintain the man that you are, the man that you know, the man that you have become, without it being looked at as being soft, weak, or whatever, particularly in this business?
People don't like it. People fear change. And that's people. Like, all people fear change. And if you don't believe me, go to somebody at work, wipe everything off their desk, and be like, yo, from now on, you're going to sit over here. Some people might quit. Some people might embrace it. You know, so me doing it, making that move, it startled a lot of people who supported me. It put a lot of people in question. You know, I know some people wanted to see me fail, and then some people wanted to see me come back to Rockwell. You know, I give him a little bit of time and let him, you know, do the crazy Mace thing, and then he'll come back because I was good at what I did. Not to boast, but just to be confident. You know, I worked hard to get to where I was at, so I don't think it made me less of a man, but it did make me question a lot of my decisions, like anything, you know, and so me questioning that, I had to either do one or two things. I had to either live on my doubts or live on my faith, you know, and so I created my, you know, one of my publishing companies called All Faith, No Fear. And, you know, I slap as many people as I can in the face spiritually, right? When they come to me and they say, you know, I'm not making money at where I'm at. And, okay, why are you still there? Oh, because I can't go get in the, why not? Oh, and then after a while, it's just like, you know, I just try to kill the excuses to show them you can if you want to. Oh, I'm stuck in this marriage. You're not stuck. Oh, it's easy for you. It's not easy. I'm married to a Puerto Rican. That's the hardest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? And so going to it, man, like, you know, I think it made me more of a man because I was open to change. I was open to grow. I learned to listen. I learned to be obedient. I'm still learning. You know, I got people who want to pray for me. I got people, you know, want to give me all this advice and things of that nature. But then I ask them, going back to survival, you know, other than you praying for me, then what? What are we going to do after that? Because if I can bring something to the table and you can bring something to the table, how come we're not capitalizing on that, right? You're doing everything for show. You're doing a lot of things because certain people are looking at you. But if we got two businessmen in the room, why aren't we doing business? Why aren't we talking about what we're capable of doing? If you said, Titus, I want to bring you up for a charity show, I'm with it. But then after a while, I'm be like, yo, Meech, what else can we do? Because I know you're just as talented as me in different areas, and all I want to do is be the best person I'm going to be today based off what I'm given. You know, and so it's been challenging. One thing you learn about the church is it ain't filled with just church people, you know, and you know, it's just as dirty, man, as the secular world, you know, and Christian people are just as ugly as people who don't believe in God, you know, and so you have to bob and weave through that, and I try to disassociate myself as much as I can, and I try to stay connected with the right folks as much as I can so I can, you know, get to the next day and enjoy the next day, you know.
Well, how about that? Now, you know what? This is a beautiful segue into the current single. When we come back, I want to go into this whole arena because you hit something that I want to go into. So this is a beautiful segue, and that there is coming into the whole quote unquote gospel area or the gospel arena and being a gospel hip hop artist or whatever, and yet we still talking about show business because how does Jesus and business go hand in hand, honey? Okay, we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but right now I want to play the current single, honey, because I tell you, when we first heard this, I was like, oh, my God, this here is a little piece of everything, honey, for me, because, I'm going to tease everybody. Let me say this, 818-358, I see you, baby. I'm going to come to you after this song. Right here, this is the current single from the one and only Titus. This is called Push, baby.
trying to make sense of what's right and what's wrong. Had to make it through some struggles, even writing a song. My grandma's noticed some stress, told me brighten my tone, so I cleared some clouds, feeling right in my zone. But no, she fighting health issues, maybe losing her home is hard, cause nowadays she barely talk on the phone. Meanwhile, God calling her home, she's so strong, gotta push. Please don't leave me now, in my life I need you now. Knowing that I let you down, I hope that I make you proud. Struggle and show me how, in your life I walk for miles. Please don't leave me now, no, no. Yeah, you got mamas having babies all alone with no help. It's seen a new mentality, is everyone for themselves. Let's speak about brutality, your lane in itself. Police having a field day on your fears and it's felt. Send SOS upstairs if you cleaning your slate. Know you questioning your fate, but he don't make no mistakes. Just asking for your thoughts, maybe give him the weight. Pass your story off to someone else who's needing a break. Know you asking how can I give advice and I ain't perfect. Seen so many live in life with no purpose. It ain't hard to add common sense, so worth it. But no day is certain, so until they close the curtains I'ma push. Pass it to the hustlers, the veterans. Sneak on broadcast, perform on Day Letterman. Push every soul right in every state we in. On Judgment Day, I hope that they let me in. Let me push. Please don't leave me now. In my life, I need you now. Knowing that I let you down, I hope that I make you proud. Struggle and show me how. In your life, I walk for miles. Please don't leave me now, no, no. Please don't leave me now. In my life, I need you now. Knowing that I let you down, I hope that I make you proud. Struggle and show me how. In your life, I walk for miles. Please don't leave me now, no, no. Please don't leave me now. In my life, I need you now. Knowing that I let you down, I hope that I make you proud. Struggle and show me how. In your life, I walk for miles. Please don't leave me now, no, no.
This is a singing fool, honey. Oh, this is a singing fool, honey. His tones are so clean, and his damn melody is so smooth. You know, he kind of sounds like a Puerto Rican Marvin Gaye. You know, I'm like, oh my God. When I heard this, I said, oh, he is all in my shoulders. You know. Music does that to me. You know, I'm. You see, I'm stuttering. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me breathe because when it moves me like this, I get tongue-tied and carried on because it just works me and it moves me and it sends me. And this particular track, see, this is one of those head-clearing songs. See, this is one. I was just in Orlando last month, so. And then we drove down to Daytona Beach. So this is like taking that highway down there through all the damn construction.
That's what's up.
And but water is my element. So you know, I like to sit down there and just go throw everything and cast your cares on the water. And see, this is one of those kind of songs that whatever it is that you're dealing with, whether it is a tearjerker and you're trying to get the ugly cry where you're snotting and carrying on, or if you just got some shit on your brain that you just need to clear out and you're trying to compartmentalize and really get to, this is one of those kind of songs that will do that. You know, it sits down and it sets the tone, and it's like when it's all said and done, because you can put this on repeat, and once you get it through your system, when you get up from this song, it's like, okay, let's handle some shit. I can take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Because it sets that up, and I was like, damn, this is the track. I like tracks like that, you know? All right, I'm talking too much. Let me open up my phone lines, tell them, because I got excited. I'm telling you, What's his name? Call his name again.
His name is Blanco.
Say it again.
He's Blanco, B-L-A-N-C-O.
Blanco.
White,
Okay,
so
that's Spanish for white. Okay.
Yeah, Puerto Rican from New York, and they call him Blanco. And I met him, man. We created some really dope music. And
Blanco. Okay. Now wait a minute. I'm gonna say this now, and I'm gonna say this two different ways. So, sweetie, if you straight, please don't get offended. Tell your girlfriend I mean all this in love. In fact, give her a high five for me. But yeah, sweetie, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put it out. You know what? So that I don't disrespect it, I'm gonna leave it like that. You know what I'm saying, boo?
I'm gonna tell him you're his number one fan from here on out.
Oh shit! Okay, that tickled me. Wait a minute. Okay. Let me go to these phone lines. 818-358. I said I was coming to you after the song. Come on up in here. 818-358. You're dishing tea with Big Meech and say hello to Titus. What's up, baby?
Well, Titus is one of my winning team members, and what Titus don't understand is I'm everywhere. Just like what you said, we're going to push until we make something happen. The church is so crazy, and there's so many people that watch, and they sit on the pews, and as a pastor, as I preach, y'all don't see me. But then after the service, I ask to shake your hand, you don't say hi. But I know who you are, Titus, and you're a very great artist, and that's why I'm working with Keywan, so we can do things like this. Greetings in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This is Pastor Don Jr., CEO of the Entertainment Worldwide Network. Shouts out to all you tea-sippers listening to the Big Me Show. The call-in number is 347-205-9183. I am so glad we got Titus in here. Titus is going to change the world because he thinks outside the box as an artist, an entrepreneur, a CEO, and a father. When he's a father, there's nobody has a style like him. And the reason why I hooked up with Keywan Lewis, in order to do something you never had, you got to do something you never done. If you keep going and knocking on the same 10 doors every day, and you talk about you're going to get a new job, it will never happen. When you knock on that 11th door, it might not happen, but then when you knock on that 12th door, boom. That's all 12 months coming all to fruition. So I say this, push until something happens. At the same time, push to make sure that you remember where you came from and who brought you there, because you never know who's listening, especially on these podcasts. And I'm going to move out the way, man. Okay. Mad love, Titus. Mad love, Big Meech.
All right, then. The winning team, baby. Hashtag that, darling. This is. That's Pastor Don, CEO, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for coming on up in here. And you know, it's the support as well, darling. See, being part of the winning team is also understanding that you put your money where your mouth is, child, or your mouth where your money is. How about that? See, a lot of folks sit there, they put money behind it, but then you won't hype it up. You won't talk about it. You'll let it. You know, you become a silent partner. And in some areas that's cute, but you can't take that silence across the board. You have to know when to come out, when to support, when to let your voice be heard, honey. And Pastor Don does that, you know, with everyone that he supports and carrying on, and we get the word out there. See, we got to go back to basics with some of this stuff, honey. Word of mouth is the best advertisement, child, because if you tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on, ain't that how the commercial said? Okay.
Come on, man. I'm over here on fire, man. Listen, Titus is killing this interview, man. I listened to the interview. You've been on for about an hour and a half now, and you got to wind down. But I listened to the whole interview online, and when I'm hearing this positive stuff, man, and I love it. My whole situation is I didn't call in a hate. I call in a support. My whole thing is I'm where you don't see me, and I'm where you see me. So I'm in front of your face, but you can't see me. I'm the wind and the spirit. You feel my breeze, but then it's like, hold on, man, this don't feel right. Something's wrong here. I'm telling y'all, we're doing something with this winning team. This will make me Neo on the Matrix. I've been up for the last 40 hours. We got major stuff going on with the NCAA. I got sponsorships and endorsements, and I got some stuff for you too, Big Meech. The problem is, this is the problem. People are not following through. And what I mean by following through, okay, they heard this song. All they got to do is get on Google Titus and push, and then They can either get a YouTube and give them a hit, they can get a Facebook and give them a hit, or they can actually tell somebody else about it. But what they do is they catch the wisdom, they don't give it to nobody else. So you sit in church for 30 years and you wonder why you're still in the pew, because you never applied none of the wisdom you got. You've been in every service, you had every bake sale, but it's not there. But when we talk about push to make something happen, we got to realize that as people, we are set up to be negative about everything. When I come to you and I say, hey, we about to change the world, nah, man, I ain't no world changer. Well, hold on, bro. I've been dealing with you for 15 years, and when you got out of jail, I was the one who bailed you out, and I see where you are now. You can't tell me you're not ready. So I say all that to say, Titus, I'm not hating. I am a 100% real person. I believe in opportunity. I believe in checking it as soon as it happens, and I believe in education. Now, we don't have these safe places. Now, if this was a major, when I say a major, if this was a major situation that was going to have implications afterwards, I would have never said what I said. But this is a major situation to me because Big Meech is connected to everybody. He's the cousin, mother, son, brother, sister, auntie that you don't know and don't like, but you need every day. And that's what Big Meech, I don't care what goes on, he always show up. I was like, you was there? I was there. I was there. You decloaked. It's like the Star Wars. So at the end of the day, praying that something happen. This is a hit record. We're working it. The winning team's behind him. Shout out to Keywan Lewis. Shout out to his label mates. But the one thing that I love, he's in Orlando. Orlando is Walt Disney. A lot of people don't understand how Orlando works. People save up for 10 years to come there to drop $40,000 on the Teacups event and buying turkey legs. I'm telling you right now. This ain't no lie. This ain't no game. We got New York. We got Las Vegas. We got Atlanta. Y'all seeing a major superstar, Tupac of the gospel world in the making. But at the end of the day, he's not looking to be in your face. He's looking to change your spirit. The one thing about Tupac, and that's why I call him this, and see, I've been talking to Keywan about this, but when you got management and you got artists, you don't never get a chance. And this coming from the CEO. I'm a 20-year vet, 10-year legend. What I'm doing now, changing the internet, is one thing, but the whole point of what I said, so we on the same page, what makes him Tupac, Tupac's spirit was all about changing the world changers.
That's right.
He liked his music. He loved his music, but he wanted to spark the brain. And the same thing Titus just said. How can you be married to a Puerto Rican woman and not make a super hit classic? So, hey, brother, when you get a text message from me, if you ever get a text message from me, text me back, say I got it. It's all small things. Small things make the world go round. Atoms are the smallest thing on this earth, but we all created by atoms. I'm moving out the way. I love you, Big Meech. I love you, Titus. Once again, if you haven't already, the call-in number is 347-205-9103. You're sipping the tea with Big Meech. Let's get it.
Hot diggity damn boom, honey. All right, then. Let's go. I got one more caller, and then I'm going to play this next song because, see, this was already in the queue, and I got a little message here that said you need to peep this song. And see, this is how spirit works. You didn't even know I had this in the queue. Okay. I'm going 407-545-407-545. You're dishing tea with Big Meech, and say hello to Titus. Hey, now, come on in.
Big Meech, how you doing? Titus, I'm a big fan. This is actually Blanco from the Push record. I just wanted to call in and hey, I heard the Spanish Marvin Gaye or whatever. I said, man, let me call this place.
Wait a minute. Okay. Oh wait, did I just? Okay, I just bitched out just right then, and I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yo, Big Meech is the number one Blanco fan ever.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh my God! I just had a fan moment, and that was not supposed to be recorded, and that's gonna be. Oh Lord, they're gonna rest me. Oh damn! If there was ever a Blog Talk TMZ moment, that's gonna be it right there for me. Hey, baby.
Oh man, hey, I had to call in. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support with the Push record and the rest of the music and everything that y'all talking about. I've been rocking with Titus for a long time. I call him Rock because I've known him since the Rockwell days, and you know we just been putting it together and making moves, and we appreciate it.
Now, you know what? Well, because I have both of you here for this because of this particular track. Let me put my composure together. Okay. One of the things that I love about this track is, as I said, it is such it's a feel good track. And it's also a thought-provoking track. It's one of them in my Suge Avery voice from The Color Purple, you know, this is dedicated to Miss C because she scratches out my head when I was ailing. It has that kind of effect. It's a calming, soothing, reflective. It's all of that in a nutshell. And Blanco, dig, dude, your motherfucking vocals on this track ain't no joke. You hear me? And the groove and the melody on this is so basic and so simple, and I think that's what's tearing me up because I was like, oh my God. Okay.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna tell you, it was at this point when Titus was recording for the project. This wasn't a planned record. Like, I came to the studio to shoot video and take some pictures of him in the booth, and he just kind of hands me a sheet with some words on it and is like, hey, you're on this track. And I'm like, what? And, we played around with the melody, and then, we came up with that. So I think it was just like the stars lining up. It does the same thing to me. We've been listening to it forever, and thankfully everybody who listens to it, it gives them the same kind of feeling that it gives us, when we recorded it.
Okay, now dig that. Now, let me ask both of you this, because in the video, this is the other thing that grabs me, and that is the love for these children in this video, child. I'm like, oh my God, because wait. The scene, honey, where you overdose in this damn video, child, I thought that was priceless. With the baby jump out the car and I hollered. I said, did he just OD in front of the baby? Lord.
That's my son. That's my real son, too. That's my son, too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So this here is just all of the elements here, it's just everything. And yeah. Okay. I'm stuttering again. Okay, wait. Breathe.
Now, see, in the song, drugs are a very big demon, and yes, we do it yes, people do it for pleasure, but sometimes it gets the best of them. So if you look at the three scenarios we put together, one, I find myself cheating on my wife, so you have that temptation of, looking at different fruit. And then you have Blanco's scene where he's a father basically deciding drugs or family, you know what I mean? And then you have the first scene you see is actually the father of Armani. Armani was an 8-year-old good friend of ours who was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and he passed 6 months later. So when you see the beginning of the video, I showed you actual clips of Armani's his last days, and then I talked his father into, I know it was hard for him, and I wanted to separate entertainment, but I said, man, if you can play yourself as a character, overcoming the loss of your child, and overcoming depression and suicide and that bottle, man, like somebody out there might get this message and they might find some strength. And he was down to do it, and it was hard. But when you see the scenarios, everybody pushed through. You see my wife basically took me back, put the ring on.
Right.
You see Blanco and his son playing in the park. And then if you watch the end of the video, you'll see Armani's dad actually have some peace in his heart, knowing that God didn't punish him and everything happens for a reason. He actually smiles at the end of the video. And it's just a really dope reflection,
Okay, because I was like, oh, my, and because I watched it with my son, I was like, he was like, who is this little boy? I said, I don't know yet, baby. He said, oh my God, that was his. I said, honey, I'm gonna find out when I get him on the show. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out.
God bless him,
because
man. It was hard.
Yes.
It was hard going to the viewing. I was trying to hold my tears back because I had my kids in the car with my wife and was going to the funeral home, and I'm just like, man, as strong as I am sometimes, how can I keep it together seeing this little boy who is running around with my daughter laying up in the casket, and then how do I, be strong for his father? Because cancer has been an evil creature, right. and it's taken a lot of lives, broken a lot of homes, it's broken a lot of people's spirit, man, and so very few people survive, and even more don't make it. But when I got there, man, I didn't see one tear in his father's eye, and he said, "Man, I understand what you were saying. Maybe God is using me, and maybe there's something after this that was supposed to happen." And I was speechless. There's nothing for me to say at that point. I had to let everything take its course and then let that season go in transition. So
dig that. Well, you know what? Hold on, because see that another beautiful segue. Because the baby got his crown, honey, and we're gonna go right there.
No. If you ever been to places I've been, then you'll understand the reasons I've seen.
Yeah, when I ran away from home, when I was just a teen, crawled out the window, sprinted down the street, fell down a couple times, blood on my knees, bounced back relentless, ambition in me, not to do wrong, yet to simply understand confusion. Cross on my neck, Jesus seemed like an illusion. Prayed to the stars, arms stretched to the sky. Since you carry love for me, then show me a sign. A blank moment. Tears filling up my eyes, man, child in the making, boy compared to guys, street pharmacists watching the lost get high, product of mind firemen, some lost lives, children born to poverty, barely getting by, mamas chasing baby daddies, begging for a dime, while the government manipulate them, standing in that line, some go to church to pray, miss, handling the time, rain on me, I know others can use the explanation too, we got an answer for our ways when expirations do, they killing off the innocent in other nations too. I know you watching down to see who believes in you.
I don't think they really know what pain is, and I don't think they really know what rain is, till it all comes crashing down. If you've ever been to places I've been, then you'll understand the reasons I've seen. But the Lord never took my crown, no.
I graduated from the hood, made it to the corporate world. Gotta say at times the hood seems a lot better. You got holy people sinning just to get cheddar. What happened to if you knew better, then you do better. I'm not innocent, drifted to the due weather. Storms came, restocked with a few letters. Didn't understand that storms made a better man. And my reward for being obedient is better than anything that I can buy or inherit. The word is more valuable than platinum or carrots. Drop tops, Pirellis, mansions on the big lawn. You got me singing hallelujah like I'm Big Sean. No more Elias, it hurts like arthritis. Will be what you designed me to be, and that's Titus. The prophet, the father, a leader, the author. King amongst kings that'll help one another.
I don't think they really know what pain is, and I don't think they really know what rain is, till it all comes crashing down. If you've ever been to places I've been, then you'll understand the reasons I've seen. But the Lord never took my crown, no. Please pray for me.
Please pray for me. Yeah. I pray for you forever.
Lord, we need you. I don't think they really know what pain is, and I don't think they really know what rain is, till it all comes crashing down. If you've ever been to places I've been, then you'll understand the reasons I've seen. But the Lord never took my crown.
Yeah, come on and give it to me now, that damn it. Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna let y'all get back to the interview. I appreciate the support, and it was great talking to you. And hopefully we'll holler soon.
Oh, that's a bet, baby. You got that all day.
All right, y'all.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Blanco coming on up in here. Okay. And doing his thing with us. Yes, darling. Yes. Okay. See, this here, this is, this is one of them songs that you do, a half-step praise dance, two-step side-to-side rock, how you get the party started. This that one when they put it on, okay, okay, this the tune right here, Yes, honey. So, again, it's feel good music. Go ahead.
I think you changed your tea from dark green to chai.
Okay.
You had a number one fan. You done made this man day. I ain't gonna get too deep though. See, you got the joke.
How did you gonna call me out?
Man.
Okay,
we coming to Atlanta
to
hang with you, man. That's already in the plans.
Oh, that's my TMZ moment, child.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I was not supposed to bitch out like that. That was not supposed to be. But my head was in another space, see. I was not expecting him. I had thought it. I had just said, damn, it would be cool if he come in right about now. And I'm like, all right, and I put it out there, right? And I'm good with that. I have to be careful. So I wasn't expecting it. And then all of a sudden when it manifested, I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Like
That's
I say,
how it works. That's how it works.
Okay. So from dark green to
stir that tea, bro. Stir that tea.
I love it. Okay, so now the inspiration behind Crown. Let's go into this real quick. Give me the essence of what you need folks to understand, because what I'm taking it to be, is just that. Okay, the Crown. Everybody's looking for the prize. And here the song talks about understanding success, but understanding in a different light. Coming into okay, yes, I got my shit together. Oh, everything is going good, and no, I'm not perfect in the sense of everything is 100%, or I have no flaws. I have no more bad days, or whatever. But nonetheless, honey. The hustle is on the good side of things. This is the hustle with that everybody understands and love. I work hard, I can accomplish, I can achieve. And this and the other. So yes, I'm worthy of my crown, honey. Yes, I am worthy of this because I earned this. I earned it on doing things the right way, going in the right direction. All of my connections are made. Our mind, body, and spirit. Together. It has been blended. It melded. It's an amalgamation of everything, and that is where this is. So you get your little two-step on. That's your little praise dance. Like, okay, hot damn, we did this. Okay, come on, Jesus, come on through. And high five Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And say, okay, we got this. So,
the song is powerful for me. It's actually my debut. It's the first song I've ever recorded as Titus. I struggled with it, but I tell you, when Andre Fennell is the guy on the chorus, really dope artist. He does reggae, he does R&B, and now he's doing EDM over in Europe with a real popular group called Showtek. But when Dre sent me that track back, I needed something. I'll be totally transparent. I remember me and my wife was fighting at the time, and we laying in the bed, backs turned, and I'm kind of looking in the air like, man, I gotta find something that's gonna keep me busy, because my thoughts make me want to just keep arguing and fighting, and I'm dealing with some frustrations in life, and man, when he sent me, I got the buzz on my phone. I exited the room, went over to my pool room, and just kind of played the song to see what he put together. And when he sent me back the chorus and everything, man, it just shut me down. You know, it really just broke down everything I built up for me to say, man, this is not for me to dictate. You know, what we do as people sometimes is we ride on this high horse. We put ourselves on this pedestal. You know, oh, look how much money I'm making. Look what kind of car I drive. I'm the CEO of this company. Look what I've done. You know, and when you truly break down, man, and you look at the core and the essence of everything, I can't take the glory. You know, and that's why I say I want to give him his crown, and in return, I'm sure he will give me whatever it is I'm supposed to have. And it's not conditional. It's just that's what you should do, you know, if your heart and mind and spirit's in the right place. And so this is my song to say, man, you know, it's not about me. It's about what I'm designed to do, put my work in for the kingdom, you know, just keep going. But I had to recognize that work wasn't just me. It was him through me.
Right.
You know, and that's why I said I want to just step back, man, and you know, I had to find a creative way to be as comfortable as I can too, and that's why I appreciate the fact that you said, you know, comparing Rockwell and Titus, you know, just saying, you know, I hear the elements in your music, you know, there's more of a message and you're putting more in, and that just, you know, it doesn't do anything for me but just confirms, and I'm just like, man, thank you, because it's coming from another person who's receiving it in a different light, you know.
Exactly. So now, as an artist and wanting to get out here and to let the people know exactly who you are, what do you think your major message is to folks? Not your personal message to yourself and your music, but what do you think your message is to the people as you are creating and delivering music and new material and carrying on?
I mean, I think you hit it on the head. I really, you know, I live this way, so I practice what I preach, and also would love for others to take it. But, you know, I think everything we do is so psychological, you know, and you can tie psychology into spirituality, you can tie it into education, you can tie it into having street smarts, whatever you want to call it. But if you can tap into who you are, you know, like 100%, not fractional. You can tap into who you are, find your purpose, find some direction, find what you're great at, not what you're good at. Find what you're great at, and really focus and stay in your lane. I think everybody, you know, there wouldn't be no accidents, there wouldn't be no traffic jams, there wouldn't be no road rage. Everybody would be in such a comfortable place and kind of play their gear. There would be that gear in the process of life, whether you're doing business, whether you're playing sports, whether you're being a parent, you know, whether you're just a coworker, whatever it is. And I think what we do in these times is we commingle and mix the wrong ingredients, but we're expecting the right dish to come out, and it's not going to happen that way. So I do music, and I do a lot of other things. You know, let me be great at being, you know, doing music and my message. Let me creatively find a way to let people know, you know, not what to do. I don't want to give you instructions on what to do, but whatever you're doing, let me encourage you to do it well. Let me encourage you to be a parent. Let me encourage you to be a husband or, you know, a spouse, or be a best friend. Let me encourage you to be a worker, you know, and that's just, you know, I want to be that person. If you go into the weight room, or like you say, you drive into Daytona, I want to be that person that has something, some essence that you can pull out of my music and get and get your nutrition, you know.
Dig that. Not your nutrition. Ha! Did you? Not your nutrition. Come out. Okay. All right. I dig that.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm excited, man. I got so much music for you, man. I got music for you. And honestly, you know, and I just put this out there. There's not enough open doors. I don't know if I can speak on this or not, but one of my partners actually just had a meeting with Def Jam, right? And I don't pray for that to happen. I pray for whatever's supposed to happen, but just imagine if, I don't know if I'll be the first, but imagine if a Christian hip-hop artist came out of Florida, let alone Orlando, signed to Def Jam, and they gave us They gave us some car keys to just hit the gas and go, man. Imagine how many young people and needy people and, you know, hip-hop supporters and, you know, just imagine how many people can actually be touched, affected, and led by this machine that would be activated. And that's, forget, you know, everything else. It would just be super dope. You know, if you're going to do it well. Do it right. You know, be more than average. Be great. Everybody say I'm good. You don't hear too many people like I'm great. Nah, because they, you know, it's not there yet. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I want you to get out of my music. I want you to have something or get something out of it that's going to make you feel great at whatever circumstance or condition you're going through, you know?
Right. Dig that. Well, I think we done covered everything here. So, except for telling the people how they can find you. What's all your social media platforms? How can they get the single? When is the album coming out? How can they find all your stuff in order to become the next greatest fan, to listen to your evolution, to understand what it is? Tell the folk about all that, where to find you.
I don't think there's no bigger fans out there than Big Meech and Blanco right now. So if I can find the second biggest fan, I'll be happy, I promise. But if you stream music, you can put 2 words in. The first word is Conviction. That's the title of my first EP. The second word is Titus. So if you search Conviction, Titus, you can stream it on pretty much every platform out there. If you go to forevertitus.com, that's my main site. We pretty much have the store, videos, the singles, tour information, newsletter, the whole 9. And then if you're on social media, hit me up on Instagram. It's One Titus, like First Book of Titus, One Titus. And everything else is Forever Titus. Facebook, Twitter, Forever Titus. So check me out, look it out. You know, hit up Meech if you need some resources. And right now, man, I'm open to work. So, you know, we're taking bookings. I'm doing guest speakings. I'm doing featured spots right now. And I'm excited because I'm about to release my second EP. We released the first EP about a year ago. I just wanted to kind of break ice and put some music out there, let people know what's going on. So Push is the lead single on that. If everything go good, we're going to create this campaign, Let's Push, led by Big Meech. So appreciate that origination. And let's just get it, man. Let's push, you know?
Okay, let's do it. I'll say, if you push, I'll pull, honey. Like I say, pull, honey. Practice until the lessons learned, honey. Okay.
I did want to put out
I got
too.
you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have be connected to you if it wasn't for Pastor Don. So thank you, Pastor Don. I'm a loyal person, so you can bet that, you know, when this voyage is going, you know, you guys continue to put a hand in what we're doing, and I definitely continue to put a hand where it needs to be, so we can all just stay together. Because I look at so many times somebody helps somebody get somewhere, they open the door, or they might push a button. And when people grow, man, you know, they tend to be blinded, you know. But I'm all about, I'm from the South, so when we make it, we bring the family with us, man. So I hope y'all ready to stay busy.
Okay, I dig that. Well, as long as this platform here is going and doing whatever. Well, see, Big Meech is, I'm an entity, honey. Said I ain't going no damn where but up. Okay, so we have Gabba Squadrons to conquer, honey, because I'm going where no man, woman, queen has ever gone before. You understand?
That's what's up.
Okay, that completely. So with that thing, if you kind of drop something or whatever, honey, this is the platform here. You got a friend right here, honey. We give you the voice work and what you need to make it happen. So with that being said, I just got my 60-second mark. So for those of you listening to my computer, honey, it may stop streaming in just a couple of seconds, but you can catch everything in the archives, and we will go from there. So I just want to say thank you, Titus, for coming through and for just being as transparent as you are, brother. You just dropped some jewels up in here. I got to go through this. I'm going to replay this and pull out a few things because there's some wonderful, wonderful quotes that I just got to have. Okay? And, yeah, let's make this happen. And I want to shout out Cass Management, honey. Hey, girl.
Yeah,
okay.
Cass is a monster, man. I'm glad to have
hey,
on the
girl,
team.
hey.
Cass, Blanco. Yeah, Beautiful, man. I appreciate it, man. And hopefully, not hopefully, but let's make it happen. And I put it out there to say, a lot of people run their mouth and they talk and they build and they plan, but not too many people really just make it happen. So I appreciate everything you do. There's definitely a lot of love there. I love your energy. I love your heart. I don't even really have, a big idea of everything, you are a part of, but that's something, again, talking about the network. We come to Atlanta, we chop it up, we do dinner, and we really just tap into what everybody's doing, and I can almost guarantee something else going to connect, and you just keep it going like that,
Exactly. All right. And we're going to stand on that because that's that there, is foundation building. Come on, one brick at a time. So with that, let me let you get back to your family and thing. Tell your wife and the babies I said thank you for letting me have a little piece of y'all's day. And you just go be that black man, honey, be a daddy here. Because hey, tell them daddy's home.
I bet. I got you. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Talk to you soon.
All right. Very, very soon.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, honey, we have just been dishing tea, honey. This has been Titus. Darlings, honey, I'm telling you, this here is just a little piece of everything and a whole lot of extraordinary. Okay? So I want you guys to sit down here and do that. Now, you know what? I'm going to play push again to leave because y'all know y'all know I'm that way, honey. Y'all know Blanco just got me going, right? And then he big and thick on top of it, child. I ain't going to disrespect his wife and children and carry on. That he is a attractional man. But my goodness, these vocals are everything. But I want you guys to sit down here, regardless of my shenanigans about it, I want you guys to really get into the vibe of this particular song. Get it, embed it, and carry it on, and let's make this happen. So without any further ado, my darlings, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, darlings, because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings. With big meats, honey. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this one way, shape, style, form, of fashion, everything that I'm doing will move forward. We're going to play push one more time, honey. Come on.
Every state we in, on Judgment Day, I hope that they let